Topher right here, Geek Public Radio on geekpublicradio.com. And with me, as always, Crazy Chris.
A body.
So what is happening?
You know what, buddy? You tell me. I have stumbled into this studio to see this pained look across your face. And I have learned some things. And if you guys would like to learn some things, then I suggest strongly that you go to geekpublicradio.com. There you will learn all about our process, some of the things that we used to do, and the new setup that we have now. You'll get to see the old content and, of course, the new content as it gets uploaded. You can find us on all the streaming platforms, YouTube, Rumble. We are on Twitter. We're on Twitch. Sometimes we are on Spotify, Apple Music, all those wonderful things. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us there. Make sure you check it out.
And we are also launching on Kick. Launching on. We're getting ready to launch our locals.
All right, yeah. So we are doing all of the cool stuff. You guys can check that out. Make sure you check us out at geekpublicradio.com. If you are watching this on YouTube, please, if you would, I would appreciate liking, subscribing, clicking that ringing notification bell, so that way you are notified every single time that we drop a new video just like this one. Topher, tell me about your day, buddy. What's been going on, man? How's it been?
I want to beat people with a brick.
What? Why?
I want to do unspeakable things to people's faces at the moment, and it's so frustrating. So here's the thing: if you are looking to host something, and you have this great idea for a website.
He means web hosting, by the way.
And you have a great idea for a website and you're wanting to do all of this stuff. I can tell you the absolute first place not to fucking go.
Which place is that, buddy?
Ionos.
What?
Ionos. Ionos.
One more time.
Ionos. It should be
I own nothing.
Sucks.com is the name of the place it should be. I hate them with a passion.
Right now, I love that my soapbox has slid out from under my side of the table. It is now slid over to yours because it's typically me on the ranting. So I can't wait to get into this, man. So what did Ionos do to you?
A little bit of a spoiler. We are launching an indie and public domain horror streaming website, which will also include hopefully an app and a Roku channel.
Yeah.
And an Apple TV channel. We can get Apple to agree
what was
to
the
put
purpose of this?
Because we're posting our own stuff. We're working with Brian at Pumpkin Pulp to host some of his stuff that he's got coming out.
Other independent film creators?
Other independent filmmakers.
Gonna be great.
Satanic Soccer Mom from Ohio is going to be on there.
I paid for these. You're gonna look at them.
So, like, there's awesome videos. There are awesome movies that are going to be on there. All of our
shout out Jessa Flux.
It's awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. Well, it was gonna be awesome.
So what I did was, we're also going to relaunch the Crypt magazine, which is a indie horror magazine with reviews and like upcoming stuff and all of that, interviews and all of that fun stuff for indie filmmakers.
Mm-hmm.
So on the cryptmagazine.com, you can go there and see the very bare bones of Nightmares on Demand is the name of the streaming service. You can see like the very beginnings of it. It's got like 12 or 8 to 12 video like movies on it right now. And they're all for free. There is no paid tiers yet. The paid content isn't coming for a little while.
Right.
But I needed to get the domain.
Right.
And I'm not putting the domain out there because...
And what's a great place to go to get that domain?
Not ionos.com. But I'm not saying I'm not giving away the domain, so because some of you guys out there are just going to be assholes and go nab the domain and we'd have to change everything. So I put in for the new domain name. I got everything set up. I got everything tested. We have the advertising set up that, where once everything goes, when you go watch a video, it'll front roll, pre-roll, or it'll pre-roll, mid-roll, or end roll an advertiser video.
Okay.
So it'd be an AVOD platform,
Sure.
all supported by advertising on the platform. Then I put in the new domain. Everything was fine. They said it might be 45 or 48 hours. We're having an issue with your purchase. I was like, okay. And literally, as I like the next week, I had an invoice come out. Like I was like 48 hours, whatever. I'll just continue to tweak the thing. So when I get the new domain, I can just point the new domain to that folder.
Yeah.
Redo a couple lines of code, and voila, Bob's your uncle. And the website is ready to start massively unloading the videos that we have coming.
Right, which sounds perfect. I like it. So far, so good, man. So far, so good.
4 days later, I still have the 48-hour tag on the thing. And I call in. They're like, I don't know. They say that you have an outstanding balance.
You have an outstanding balance, Chris. Pay your bills.
I was like, an outstanding balance. Okay. But I'm on autopay and it's connected through my PayPal.
Right.
I'm on autopay. So I can't be behind because all you have to do is take the money. Like all you have to do is generate an invoice and it pays it.
It's there. It's magic.
It's done. And nobody has to worry about it. Like, oh no, it's not for this account. It's for 2 other accounts. I was like, I don't have 2 other accounts.
It's your OnlyFans, isn't it?
Dun dun dun.
It's his OnlyFans. It's also known as Only Pants.
My only pants. No, I swear to God, like if people would look at that, they'd think I was Bert Kreischer with less hair.
Well, hold on. So first of all, I will just say for everybody's out there, like that's a funny joke, but I've seen some pretty risque photos of Topher in his fireman outfit. Sweet baby Jesus. I wanted to put him on a calendar. I was like, dude, look at you.
I put weight on since then.
You're so cute. You're so cute. Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
I actually had what resembled abs.
It's somewhat. Yeah.
Somewhat.
Let's not go too far.
They were ab-esque.
They were ish. Anyways.
A little spray paint that would have brought them out.
Just spray paint them like 300.
Like a little shading and
but like I got these abs for 48 cents.
But so I went to I called, I was like, what do you mean I have 2 other accounts? They're like, well, no, we show you have 2 other accounts. I said, okay, I don't. I said, I've had my service with you.
I just love it's just like you have 2 other accounts. Okay. I mean, I don't.
Like I've had this account for a decade.
Yeah.
Literally a decade. And I've run all of my stuff through it. This one account is hosted multiple websites and projects and the whole 9 yards. And I was like, I was doing great when it was 1&1. Which was
the old company.
Which was the company I originally signed up for. Ionos bought it like a couple years ago. And I was like, so here's my issue. I don't tell me the details on these other accounts. And they're like, well, we can't. We need to verify you as the person on the account. Like, how then if you need to verify me, one, it's my payment information. How am I like? I don't know anything. And they start asking me questions like, no, I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. Like, well, we can't verify you as the owner of the account. I said, then why are you telling me that I owe money? And they said, well, because your payment information is attached to these accounts. I was like, well, if my payment information is attached to those accounts, then if I had anything to do with it, it should be auto pay. And
right.
You should be taking the money out anyway.
Right.
I would just end up suing you guys for the money that you took out for fraudulent. Whatever.
Right. We'd make a claim. There'd be a claim made.
And we would have it sorted.
I'm a walk in here. Sorry, I don't know why I turned into a guy. I'm so sorry.
But so, well, we need to send you to security. Security is hanging you.
Right, because nothing says I need to pay my bill like sending me to security.
So security. Well,
That's what I want to do when I'm in a restaurant and I want to pay my bill, or I want to find out why I get so much money. They're like, here, let me ask you to security. That's
well, no, like because security is what was hanging me up on the thing. That was what was saying that I had
because you couldn't access the accounts.
So they sent me to security. Security said, well, these are valid accounts. So I said, how are they valid accounts if I don't know anything about them?
Right.
And they're like, well, one's a Chamber of Commerce. And I said, okay, well, I did something for a chamber. What one? And it was like Greentown or something, like some other, like way far away.
Right.
And I'm not even sure if it was an Indiana Chamber of Commerce that had my information tagged to it. But it was a Chamber of Commerce address.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not, like, I don't know. Do I come off to you as being a Chamber of Commerce from someplace in a whole other state? I don't think that's right. And they said, well, the other one is this. I said, that totally sounds like a porn site.
Yeah.
And so
I told you it was his OnlyFans, guys. I told you. Guys, I told you.
I tried to look up the website. I don't think I got it right. They were cagey about it, but it came back to nothing. Neither of those. I was like, so there's nothing on the internet that would give me a hint as to what these sites were, who had them, what was going on with them.
Right.
I was like, can you tell me anything? Well, we need to verify you. They're like, we've already been through this. You can't verify me to be in a thing. So if I'm not able to be verified as the account owner, why am I responsible for the bills on something that I'm not? As you guys have said,
I'd have just been like,
I'm not the owner of the account.
I would just like you to cancel it for me. Could you just
No, that's what I did. I was like, I just want to delete it. It's got my stuff on it. Get rid of it.
Right.
Like, done. Well, you owe us money. How much do I owe?
Tell me how much I owe you.
I can't tell you because it has to be verified.
What if I just give you my bank account information? You guys want that? Would you take that without verifying me?
I was like, well, they said, well, we need to send you back to customer service and they'll help you. You go whatever. So I go back to customer service.
Thank you for calling the Department of Redundancy Department. How can I help you today? How can I help you?
This is all this morning. I started at like 9 o'clock this morning. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I have a family, like a major family event that I have to like be at.
Correct.
Like,
requires your attendance.
Yeah, no, like dressing up and mourning, the whole thing. Like that type of family event. 3 o'clock. So at noon, I'm finally, they transfer me. I finally get in back to customer service. I'm like, this is what's going on. I am slowly running out of time. We need to hurry and get this stuff. They go through the thing and they say, well, we need to verify you for these accounts. At this point in time, I'm like, how am I responsible for something that you can't verify me for?
Listen, I can verify my one account.
I was like,
you're telling me I have two more that I'm telling you I don't have. And I'm telling you that I don't want them. And I'm telling you that I can't verify them because I didn't make them.
Right.
This is what I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm telling you that there are links to me, which you can verify who I am on my other account. Which is just fine.
Exactly.
Like, clearly I am who I say I am.
This is literally holding up production on a large-scale project that's going to encompass hundreds of people.
This is so perfect. This is like walking into the DMV or walking into your title company, right? Fidelity Title, right? And you walk in and you're like, hey, I'm here to pay my mortgage, right? I'm sorry. I know you guys got a computer I can pay it online. It's great. Listen, I'll pay my mortgage. And they're like, cool. That's great. Here you go. Let me see your ID. You're like, sure. Got it right here. You give them the ID. And they're like, yeah. Oh, it's nice to see. Yeah, I'll pay your mortgage. Hey, listen, we're not going to be able to renew anything because you have two other properties with us. And we're like, no, I don't. Never bought those properties. Don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, well, show me this property. What are you talking about? Like, what properties do I own? I didn't buy any other properties. And they're like, yeah. You totally have two other properties for us. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't have those properties. Can we resolve this? Because I'm not paying for those. I don't know. Right. Yeah. We just need to verify your identity. Okay. I just gave you my ID. I just told you who I was. Like, we just verified it. I just showed up to pay my other stuff. Yeah, but that
doesn't verify. Like, that doesn't actually verify. Like, it's not verifying. So it's saying you're not the account holder.
Right. So if I'm not the account holder, then why am I being forced to pay? Like this is what's happening. This right now, what I am describing is 100% what is occurring.
Yes, 100%.
Cool. I just want to make sure I got the gist of it.
So
This is so stupid.
back to security we go.
And
And what I'm saying, when
they have good hold music.
no, God, no. But here's the fun part about you go to call this
You stomped on a bag of puppies in a previous life. I'm just saying.
when you get sent to security. Thank you for your patience, yada yada yada, and you have the music, and then I hear it pick up, and I hear people speaking in Spanish, laughing, having good times.
Oh boy.
And then I was like, hello. And I heard shit. And everything went muted. And I sat there for 30 minutes going, hello. If you muted me, I have time sensitive stuff. I need to I can't wait on the phone for another 20 minutes to get to you for you to hang up on me again.
Like, I understand that you're in the middle of a Call of Duty match, but can you just just pull yourself away from it? Your KD's not that impressive,
but
bro.
literally this happened every time I was transferred to security. So this is my second or third time that I've been transferred to security to go over this.
I'm starting to think the place you called isn't real.
Right.
I'm starting to think it's just all made up.
I think I need to get a hold of Scam USA, the guys that track scam call centers and all of that stuff.
Yeah, seriously.
And sick them on them.
Yeah.
Because this is starting to feel like they haven't asked me for money other than
you need to pay for this. But then even when you offered to pay, they were like, oh.
Well, no, I was like, well, how much is it? Because I'm not going to pay it. I mean, if it's like $5, then whatever.
Maybe I'll just pay it, and that way I'll just be able to update my stuff and then find a different web.
Delete this out. Be done with it.
Right.
Do not allow another thing to be brought up under this thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can't because you're not verified on the account. So we get through with this security round of security, and they're like, well, we talked to the people behind, our back end people, and these are valid accounts. I'm like, I was like,
no one is saying that they're not valid.
I said, my information, the stuff that you're saying makes it a valid account, was connected to PlayStation Network when they had their issue.
Right.
When they site the site lock place that had all of the passwords and whatnot.
Yeah.
That information was also in that. And in 4 other breaches. And I've had to redo my passwords and redo my security and do all of my stuff through each and every one of these. And you're telling me that just because you have a username and password for a PayPal account, that makes it automatically my responsibility. When that information has been through more breaches than some guys with TBI. So you know what I'm saying? Like if my
what I'm trying to tell you,
PayPal account was a vet, his brain would be liquid with the amount of breaches that this has gone through. So
bro, this thing has been breached. Listen, PayPal's been breached harder than that submarine that tried to
right. So I mean, this is coming from somebody that does have a TV.
Wait. No, I got another one. This one's better. Listen, PayPal's been breached harder than your sister on prom night. Wait. I got one more.
Your mom actually takes notes from PayPal. How many times?
About how bad it needs to be breached.
So they write all of that information.
I got pimps asking for PayPal's number. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They got it. They had the information down, and she's like, well, let's try this one more time, yada, yada, yada. And then she comes back. She's like, we have to send you to billing. I was like, okay, can you tell me any information yet? Like we have established that there is no way that this is my account because you can't verify me. You can't verify me. You can't do anything. I don't know. Like I'm What is it? Well, we have to go to billing. All right. Well, maybe billing will be able to tell me what is on this thing.
Right.
So I get with billing.
Are you sure? Okay.
It's a new case. This is a whole new line. Like it's not because it's not customer service.
Hold on. So security sent you to billing?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know how hard it is to speak two different languages. Actually, I do. But I'm just saying, I understand the difficulty of speaking a language that is not your native tongue.
Right.
Are you 100% sure he didn't say, I'm going to get you over to Billy?
No, it was billing.
Billing with an ING. Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to.
So we got sent. I was like, cool, a new department. Like I haven't been here before.
Specifically, Billy.
Yeah. So by this time it's creeping up to 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Woof.
And I have not had a shower yet to go to this.
That's gross.
This thing that I have later, in an hour. So I'm like, okay, like this is, I laid out the information. They said, what? She was like, well, we need to do this. We need to do this. It's noted here that it was been into breaches and this, that, and the other, but these are showing to be valid things. And I was like, okay, I'm tired of you guys saying these are valid debts because of a breached password or whaver at 7 years ago.
Right.
Or however, because I was like, they couldn't tell me. They said one was December, one was many years ago.
Which doesn't make any damn sense because it means that if you go through your PayPal history, it should be there. And it's not.
Yeah. And guess what? I've paid them 5 times in the last 2 years on this account that I know is active. That's my account. I've only used PayPal 5 times to pay them. And it was automatic payments for when I needed to swap out a card. When I closed down a card, got a new one, it expired, whatever. I switched it over to PayPal, get the new card. I would put the new card on it, and that was it. So literally the only
apparently
time
somebody had access to your old card.
Or no, my old PayPal.
Your old PayPal,
yeah. Because it was when I put it on this time with PayPal with their new
and this
system.
is why I don't link my bank to PayPal, by the way. This is the exact reason. People are like,
well, like I said,
do that. I'm like,
5 times they made payments.
Yeah.
And none of them are for these other accounts.
Right.
That are supposed to be tied to my financial information. So I was like, all right, so what I'm going to do is, it's like, you're getting the brunt of me being on the phone for hours with this family thing that's coming up. And I'm stressed, yada, yada, yada. I said, so guess what? Why don't you give me your name and your, like, a contact phone number? And they're like, why would you need that? I said, because I'm going to generate an invoice that says you owe me $4,000. And I'm going to send it to you. And when you say you don't owe me that money, you didn't do anything, whatever, I'm going to say, well, no, I looked it up.
These accounts are valid.
It's a valid account. You owe me money.
Right.
And I'm not going to, we're not going to do anything. And I'm going to start putting hampers on you until you pay me the money. They're like, well, that's not fair. I was like, duh.
Wait, you don't. Hold on. Cue the Nicolas Cage. Do you have it queued? Why don't you have this queued? Yeah, you don't say.
So, good Lord. So, like, I was like, now do you understand where I'm at? And she's like, okay, well, let me send it back to admin. And the admin go through it. I'm going to put all of this information, and I was like, by this time, it's
customer is super cranky, didn't get a nap.
2:15. I was supposed to leave at 2:30.
Right.
And I hadn't had a shower yet. I said, how about this? You start it, give me information via email.
Right.
And, anything update me through email. I have this thing, and I told her what it was, and she said, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Yeah, customer service voice. Yeah. You don't care, bitch.
So I hop in the shower.
Sorry.
I go do all of this stuff.
Maybe she does.
I hop in the shower. I go meet my family.
Right.
We have the whole thing. I get an email while I'm at this thing saying, the debts are valid. You owe. We are not going to allow you to access your any of your stuff on the main account, as in no more renewing domains, no more any, like if I have a domain come up for renewal before I got this sorted, I'm just going to lose them because they're not going to pay it.
My
Like,
gosh.
all of this stuff that I have to take care of these other debts
Okay.
that they can't verify me for.
That they can't verify or tell you how much it is.
Right.
So they want you to blindly pay them money.
And I got off the phone, or like I got back. I got home. I ate while I was eating. I called him up and I said, I know this is back to customer service because that's the main number that I have.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, so this is the situation. I laid it out to him, and he was like, well, according to the records, yeah, you have to pay those accounts. You know, I was like, you won't tell me what it is. You won't tell me where it is. You won't tell me how to do it. You won't tell me. Like, you are either willfully ignorant on the idea of how to deal with this, or you're just plain extorting me for money and trying to see how much you can get out of me before I tell you to pound sand and take all of my stuff off of and transfer all my domains off of here and go to GoDaddy.
Or
I
any
hate
other
GoDaddy.
Well, apparently not as much as Ionos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that sounds like quite the adventure, Chris. Our Topher. God, I'm sorry, man. I've been slipping back into that lately. I do apologize. It sounds like quite the ordeal. Honestly, sounds like
I am. So, moral of the story as we get into like a half hour of me ranting and telling this ridiculous
listen,
story.
we kept it light. We kept it light. I kept you from spiraling too bad.
Moral of the story is, if you want a cheap domain and you want a cheap stuff, go anywhere but Ionos.
Be prepared for cheap customer service, baby.
I mean, go to GoDaddy, Hostsinger, freaking anybody else. Don't go to Ionos. I feel like my name is like that song. My name is Sue. Like
Boy named Sue.
yeah, boy named Sue.
Boy named Sue.
Name if you ever have a kid, name him Bob or Bill or anything but Sue.
Anything but Ionos.
Yeah, anything but Ionos. That still makes me angry. But on that note,
On all the notes, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Crazy Chris.
I'm Topher.
We will see you guys on the next one. Hey, listen, everybody, don't be a booty. Later.